Hi guys. Hi Eris. Hi Orange. Hello, good afternoon. Good day. How we doing? Sorry, I had to wait to unmute because my husband was peeing very loudly in the background, so um, anyway, I hope that we are all doing fantastic today. Makes breakfast toast. Um, Today in our ESL, so I taught ESL this morning, and our question for today, our icebreaker question was, are you a morning person or a night owl? Orange seems to me like a morning person. Seems like you get up really early. I think I'm a night owl, naturally, but unfortunately, the way our society is designed, it requires me to wake up at the crack of dawn. Or aka 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is too early, dude. It's too no. I am deep in sleep at 8 a.m. The alarm I'm not somebody who sets like 5 alarms for things. I only set one alarm, and actually it's funny. I'll be laying in bed and the alarm will go off and I'll just like jolt awake. I'm like, well, if I'm be up, I'm be up. Like, I'm not gonna. I'm not enough of a masochist. I'm not saying masochists do this, but to just continue to lay in bed when I know that like I'm gonna have to leave the bed no matter what. Orange, morning is your energy time. Yeah. I love that. I aspirationally I would love to be a morning person, but no matter how hard I try, for some reason.
我在北京。
Anyways, what's up, Beijing? 我在北京。我不在北京 but
我在北京。
Xi Jinping is perhaps 有可能在北京。我不知道。I don't know. I need to practice my Chinese. You know what? I'm gonna start practicing. Because I'm gonna lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. By the way, today we have an interesting topic. We're gonna be playing the mushroom game again. But I also had a topic that I think is relevant and interesting, and hopefully it'll be interesting to all of you. By the way, welcome. I don't know if I said hello already, but welcome Refly, welcome Eris, welcome Orange. We are trying to get better at including our community and not just having it be a yap session. If anybody notices it ends up being a monologue. No, but is that which one you tend to be, Ivan? Hi, Ivan. Hello, Ivan. How's it going? Yes. So the question of the day, you guys, do you tend to be yes and... Because in theater, they have yes and. I don't know the theater thing, but I think it's like oh no, it's improv. Where it's like yes and this, yes and this, yes and this. It's a more inclusive way of discussing. Although I see myself as being a yes and. Or yes but. Okay, yes but. Yeah, thank you, Orange. Is it a yes but? Okay, you know what? I didn't type it right. Frick. I meant yes but. You're still arguing back. But you're acknowledging what they said. And then so let me give an example. So you're having an argument with somebody, and it's something I've been trying out a lot recently is saying, that's fair. That's fair. Hi Craftus, hello, welcome. We're talking about argument. You better put your debate cap on today. You guys, I put on the debate tag and I plan to use it, okay? I plan to... No. I don't have a bone in my body that could debate something. I think we proved that yesterday. Like somebody approaches me with a well thought out argument and I'm like, yep, you're right. Yep, I think you're right. Reflex says, where's the maybe? Maybe let's define the word, shall we? No. It's important. No, this is important. We need to define things. We need to make sure it's right. Craftus says, everything that you say prior to, but invalidates what you said before. Oh, that's an interesting perspective. Do you think it does? So let's talk about the positives and negatives. So I tend to use yes, but. And let me tell you why. The reason why is because I've been around no, but, and they'll say no, but this, no, but that. Every single thing I say to them, they're like, no. This. No, this. And they'll be like, and the way it rubs me personally is like, they're smart and I'm dumb. Now, am I taking it personally? Absolutely. And is there something wrong with that? Absolutely. Okay. But I guess like my intent, and that's a criticism I have of the no but, where it's like it presents this like this wall of like, no, I'm not gonna allow you in. I'm very confident in what I have to say, and I'm not open to what, you know. I realize that when people say no and then they say the but, that's when they open their arms up for a discussion. I'm realizing that. But for somebody like me who gets really emotional in arguments, when people use the no, but, I hear the no and then I instantly like forget everything. Like it's almost like I have an idea now. Like, oh, okay, they're not going to listen to what I have to say. Now, I know that's not true. I'm just yapping about my opinions. However, let's criticize the yes and. When we say yes to everything, when we say, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Everything. That's fair. Oh, I think you're right. I think that's correct. Or like, oh, I see where you're coming from. Or, oh, I see this. I see that. I see this. I see that. I see this. It's a diplomatic way of doing things. However, I think people are less likely to take you seriously. What do you guys think? People might be less likely to take you seriously. At least that's what I feel like I've been noticing. The more I use the yes and, because kind of like Craftus says, everything you said prior, it kind of invalidates. If you end up agreeing with it, showing everybody that you agree with everything, and then you come back and say, but that also kind of invalidates what you say. I guess my point is, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to argue. And Refly said it depends on the circumstance. It depends on the situation. And that's what every answer to every question is it depends. I'm like, dang it. It depends. It depends on the situation. Orange said, have I ever received a praise sandwich? Oh yeah, where it's like compliment. Yeah, this is what they teach you in the corporate world. Is like you give a compliment first, and then you say the thing you are critical of, and then you, then you say the thing, then you see a follow-up compliment. Reflex said, got her again with the, it depends on, yeah, and again, I don't want to make it sound like I think anything's right or wrong. I'm just like, we're evaluating all of our options. By the way, Ivan said, probably before your time, but I always think of the SNL skit about the McLaughlin group. I haven't seen that. Wait. I'm looking it up right now. Okay, it's for wait. I kind of want to play it. I'm gonna play it. In your life, who kind of approaches it that way, like when you approach something, you already have an idea in your head, like of the way it's gonna go. Oh my god, insufferable is the word I have to describe that. So thank you for sharing, Ivan. Thank you so much for sharing. Eris says, depends on the stakes. If it's something dog shit, like supporting Trump or ICE or imperialism, I'm either going to say nothing if you disagree or find a way to divert. If I'm teaching or love my audience, I'll be diplomatic. Oh, I see. Depending on who you're talking to. If a person won't change their mind, and neither will onlookers, the conversation isn't worth my time or effort. Okay, yeah, right. So for you, it's both the topic and the person. I think it depends on our personality, like how much time and energy we're willing to spend. Some of us are willing to spend more time than others, and but Rufai said there's a big Chinese restaurant 600 meters from my house. Oh, Chinese and Asian food places. Oh, you talking about my menu? I got a lot of good stuff on there. I'm gonna start making the spring and summer menu. Hi DCI. Fuck. Eris constantly changes topic with me. I just get sent back gotcha game thirst traps. I love that Eris is using that to the full capabilities. Amazing. You know what? And that's... Sometimes you just need a break to be reminded, like, oh, okay, this is absurd. Let's take a step back. This is all absurd. You can only delve so deep into certain topics before it's like becomes exhausting. And you know what? And so I wanted to talk about not only not professional, but like personal arguments, but also more intimate arguments. Obviously, people do not have to provide their experiences if they don't want to, but arguments with people, and the yes and the no but, those are tactics probably you would usually use with people you don't know as well. But later I want to address interpersonal conflicts, and I think that might be interesting to kind of discuss and work through. So, okay, I'm gonna pull up my game. So we've got something going on in the background. We're playing our mushroom game again today. And Reflex says, remember, the only person you can change is yourself. The only person you can change is yourself. Yes, that is important to remember. Sometimes I have a hard time with thinking that I can change other people. Absolutely. I was recently in a conflict in another Discord. And actually, it had to do with the video that I showed yesterday. So the video I showed yesterday, for those who weren't here, it was about different levels of consciousness. And by the way, let me know if my music is too loud. I love this game so much, you guys. Okay, we're trying to find the mushroom samples, so we're also trying to deliver mail. But it's mostly about the mushrooms. And the video, we had an interesting discussion about how certain people, certain creators of certain creations are not even worth engaging with. And I thought that was interesting, and I loved everybody sharing their perspective on that. Okay, thank you, the music is fine. Thank you. So that conversation is mostly done. However, the reason why I brought the video up was because it was part of a different Discord community where somebody brought it in. And actually in that Discord community, there's a really long argument and a really intense argument. And I'm sure those of you who have a Discord community have probably experienced long chains of arguments. I'm kind of afraid, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that when it comes, because I think it will eventually come. When you do... Sorry, I got distracted by the little emoji. The Silas emoji. How dare you, Eris? Distract me. And DCI. Just like screaming. Anyways. I know this has happened in I've seen it, I'm gonna be honest, I've seen it happen in the communities of people who are here. It hasn't happened yet in my community, oh frig. But it's probably gonna happen eventually. And so I guess I'm just wanting to know the best way to deal with that when that inevitably arises. Something that happens often in internet debates, and especially Discord debates for some reason, is, you guys, people are so emotional. And even when they don't show it, they still are. And you can tell. You can tell. I mean, it's some people think you can't tell. We can tell. When you're going back and you're deleting all the messages you sent before, or you're going back and you're editing all the messages again, we can tell that the emotions are high, even if you're not displaying that with the text you're using. Or if people use certain like loaded terms like stupid or authoritarian, or when it gets to that, or like toxic, when it gets to that point, I fear that a discussion has gone off the deep end. What DCI said. DCI said, just post pictures of Diogenes and keep increasing the zoom on his face. Wait. Just don't allow people to post in your Discord. Simple solution. Oh my god, thank you. I never thought of that. Just like, what if I just like turn off my Discord when people start arguing? I'd be like, nope, you're done. That's a little bit authoritarian though, isn't it? Oh, fiddlesticks. Penny for your thoughts? Oh, it's just a case of, never mind. I can't even get the words out. Oh no, it's okay. That's okay, words are hard. Oh, I love this dialogue. Words are hard, you guys. Just skip the ones you don't want to say. So true. What's on your mind? Don't worry, that's a personal matter. What have you got for me, little scout? I have no idea. But it is an envelope, right? Oh, yeah. I forgot what I was here for. But inside it, who knows? Not me. You'll just have to roll the dice on this one. Alright, here goes. Who gave you this? No one. But also, what's in it? I'm really curious. It's a letter saying I need to drum up the confidence to do what'll make me happy. Oh wow, that's profound. It's not a bad idea. I just think I'm in a bit over my head. I would like to formally request that you spill the beans immediately. I would like to formally request that you spill the beans. Tell me please. Alright, but only because you asked so nicely. I have a crush. Ooh, do go on. What? On Donna. Okay. And I kind of want to ask her out. My character's just like freaking out. Like I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, what? You seem to be breathing a little bit rapidly. I'm just so excited. I can't help it. Love quest. Oh my god. I love this game so much, you guys. How do you want to do it? What's the plan? What do we need? Well, that's the problem. I want to give her something special to show I care in a special way. But I'm not sure what to do yet. Let me have a think. Come back in a bit. Okay. Yep, I can wait. No problemo. Oh, cute. Okay. Okay, back to arguing. We got distracted by our newly blossoming love. You guys, I had a thought, and tell me if I'm not asking for validation. I just want to know what you guys think. So my thought is that the closer relationships you get with people, the more patient people are. Okay, let me reframe it. The Discord arguments. The people that are having the Discord arguments have almost no stake in the game. Therefore, they can say whatever they want, basically, with no consequence. And that's why I think they're so in their face. But also, there's not enough time to... It's not face to face. I mean, yeah, they might be typing at the same time and like putting things out at the same time, but it's not the same as a real life conversation where you're seeing the expression that the facial expression the other person has in response to what you just said. You're not seeing how what you say affects the other person in real time. And that's why I personally prefer in-person arguments as opposed to online arguments. Because, I usually only argue with people who are close to me. Ironically enough. It's because I care. And because we both mutually have the patience for each other to like I'm thinking about an argument I had with somebody close to me recently. And we both said kind of stupid shit. But we both cared so much that we were willing to just tough it out and continue to go like this until eventually one of us conceded. Or figure out oh wait, well all we're doing is just miscommunicating. We both have the same goal here. We're just miscommunicating it. DCI said, no, you don't. You don't argue with people close to you. What do you mean? Was that sarcastic? I can't tell. You don't argue with anyone. Okay. Go on. Is it a semantics issue? You've never had an argument. Okay, I'm intrigued. Reporting back after my long and arduous journey. Ah, recruit, you made it! How'd it go? It took a bit of convincing, but I returned with a progress report. Oh yeah, I'm doing the secret spy arguments. I mean, that was a Freudian slip. Oh, DCI said, OMG, I'm trying to bait you to say, yes, I have. And I would say, no, you haven't. You didn't get, I knew you were waiting for that gotcha moment. I didn't fall for it. I knew you were doing that. I didn't, but nice try. It took a bit of convincing, but I've returned with a progress report. You managed to get your hands on one of his sketches? A rare sight. DCI said, nothing I say is deep, ever, promise. Now that I don't believe. I don't believe that. You must truly have a way with words. Or some quick fingers. Oh yes, my fingers are very competent. It took some convincing, and he told me to give you a disclaimer. Ah, mon Dieu, it is but a sketch and not representative of the final work. Something like that. It felt like I was back in that cave for a second. Final work this, masterpiece that. I don't think I've ever seen those elusive finished pieces he talks about. I knew it was risky working with him, but I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. I do kind of want to see one of those masterpieces after all. We're talking about the mushroom artist in the cave, the magic mushroom artist. It must be really something, the way he talks about it. Refi said, this is going to turn out to be a there is no chair kind of thing. Humor. Thank you for adding that to the cauldron. You guys, I've been slacking on my potions making. The videos I'm hoping will come out soon because my Canva deadline. I have a Canva free trial. And it's a monthly free trial, so I set that deadline for myself. Like, okay, I'm gonna finish all these videos in 1 month. I think it's been 2 weeks. It's gonna happen. We're gonna have like this humor, surprise, everything. Oh, don't you worry. We're gonna have so much more emotions to unpack and to delving deep into the emotions. Okay. Let's finish this dialogue first. You think so? I hope so. At least I have one reliable confidant. Swamp? No, I meant you. I'm so clueless. I still don't know what to do with Swamp. He's eager to help. I know, I just don't know what to assign him to. One piece of advice. Working with friends is difficult. Maybe that's why I like Janet's like that. She just likes me so much. I'm sure that's what it is. Anyways, could you go deliver... Oh shit, there's a typo. That's okay. Deliver this to Swamp. I should at least keep him updated with our current progress. Aye aye, boss. Okay, secret spy mission, let's go. Okay. Anyways. I think in order to resolve arguments, you need to have the mutual patience to tough it out, and also the mutual care. So like, kind of like Eris was saying earlier, like if someone is not showing if someone basically displays that they're not going to be, it's not like being open-minded, but it's just like they're not willing to engage in a dialogue. They're just willing to say their piece and then leave. Then it's not really worth it. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have dialogues with people that we very much disagree with. It's just like, yeah, like kind of determining like, okay, is this even gonna go anywhere? And also, how much do I care about this person? And how much does this person care about me? Because sometimes when there's mutual care, like really, like equivalent care, then maybe you're both stubborn enough to keep arguing until you resolve it. That's what I think that all the arguments I've won, or I've made it through, have been because of mutual stubbornness. Yeah. Where they were resolved amicably. Stubbornness in the sense that you're going to keep trying until you reach a diplomatic solution. Not stubbornness in the sense of not changing your opinion. That kind of stubbornness is not helpful. Can I go in these houses? Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm still looking for the mushroom samples. Anyways, I hope everybody's been having a good day today and a good weekend for those I didn't see yesterday. An update on the art project. So I haven't had time to go get the new supplies, but because I was doing the ESL thing today. Oh dear. Ooh. Okay, weird. I'm gonna go get those supplies. However, I'm a little bit concerned. You know why? Because the okay. My standing desk. I accidentally touched the... Okay. Don't do that again. I thought I had it in the lock position. Okay. Locking that. Anyways. God. Okay. Anyways, I'm a little bit concerned. You know why? Look at the way that it's curving. Oh dear. So it turns out when you have air dry clay, it curves down. I was not anticipating that to occur. So I don't, and if I try and bend it back, it's gonna snap. This is pretty rigid. Don't curve, Shane. I know. DCI told me a little curving is normal. Embrace the curves. She's just a little curvy. She's flaccid. I mean, I don't know what to do about this, you guys. My statue is flaccid. My sculpture. What do I do? So I was gonna do a silicone mold, but then I switched to I'm gonna do a plaster mold because that's more environmentally friendly. But that's gonna be interesting because it's gonna put the impression. Who's gonna be looking at it edge on? Okay, that's fair. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you for that reassurance. That's all I needed, really. You know what? And that's how you win arguments, my friend. It's when you ask, when you keep asking questions, or you find out what's at the very root of the feelings that the other person is experiencing, and you uncover those. Basically, you prove to somebody that you're reading their mind. Or trying to. I'd like to think that most times when I'm in the midst of an argument with somebody, what turns it around, when it's like getting absolutely nowhere, when we're both like just letting each other have it, and you're feeling the emotions rise. I have found that when I swallow my pride, which requires a lot of effort, by the way, swallowing my pride and then like trying to think, okay, what's the thing I can say to prove that we are both, what's one commonality that both of us share? Or like, what are we really trying to say here? If we like take a step back and be like, what are you getting at? I find that works. I don't know if that makes sense in any way, or if that even ties or relates. It makes sense in my brain, but it doesn't I don't know. I just feel like most things that go on in humans' brains, like, can be broken down into the most basic of concepts. Like, you're having an argument with somebody about, like, so let's say you're in a relationship with somebody and you're arguing about loading the dishwasher, and, like, one of you loads the dishwasher and, like, throws the dishes in randomly, and the other one does it very methodically. And both people are arguing, and they're like, oh my god, you never listen to me, you never do it the correct way. And, there's a lot of animosity and anger coming in. If one of the people were to step back and say, I still love you, right? Or, like, it's that moment of, like, instead of going like this, you go like this. If like, your partner or your friend or whatever, if you know their love language, study love languages, my guy. Like, seriously, you guys, study love languages. If you know that their love language is physical touch, sometimes that's all it takes. If you're in the midst of an argument and they're saying like stupid shit and, like, really mean shit, if you, like, swallow and you, like, reach out and try and give them a hug, it seems weird, especially when it's not your love language. Try it. It works. It works. And it works, like, surprisingly well. DCI calls it the fish hook. Oh, I like that. That's interesting. Have you guys ever, like, had an argument like that before, where it's like all it took was, like, one tiny little statement or act that proved, wait a minute, we both care about each other. What are we doing here? Why are we doing this? The one thing that separates you from that emotion, oh my god, okay, we're fine. The one thing that separates you from that emotion for 2 seconds, so you can actually form coherent thoughts and realize that what you're doing is silly, ultimately. And you're like, oh, okay, wait a minute. We're having an argument over something kind of trivial, but it feels like the end of the world. Hello? Oh no. I'm stuck. Wait, what do I do? Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I can't teleport or anything, can I? Oh, this is not good. Hello? Okay, we're gonna have to restart. Can I go back to the main menu? Okay, we're gonna load it and see. I hope we're not cooked. Oh my god, no, we're cooked. No, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Well, another game broke it. Seriously, you guys, I feel like I have... What's the opposite of a green thumb, except when it comes to games? I have the cheese touch. I have the cheese touch when it comes to games. Like, I somehow find a way to break every game that I... Okay, what if I restart the game? We're quitting... When I finally get to make a game... I know! Replay, literally. When you finally make a game, you better have me test it, because I am the test master. I will find... If there's a place to get stuck, if there's a loophole, I'm gonna find it. Issue 1. Issue 1. The laundry. Yeah. We're talking about... Ivan, we're just talking about the important issues here. That's all we talk about on this channel, is the important issues. Cheers. Okay, I'm very scared. Okay. We're gonna press. We're gonna go forward. You ready? Because this is gonna reveal whether we are cooked or not. Okay. Wait, she's running. Okay, this is different. This is better than before. Oh no. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, oh no. Is it... Come on. There's no way to fast travel. If there was a way to fast travel, that'd be cool. Oh my god. Wait, what if I try using my keyboard? No! Oh no, I love this game though. If you're lucky, we can edit the save file. Maybe I just won the game. You know what? I think I won the game, you guys. Okay, we're at the stage where we're just pressing random buttons and hoping for the best. Oh, that is tragic. Oh, that is just... Okay, what if we look in the settings? Is there a way to get unstuck? Let's see. Hackered. You, by the way, I love how you can change your pronouns at any time. I think that's a cute little feature. Anyways, okay, cool. Well, not to fear, you guys. Not to fear, I have another mushroom game. I've got another mushroom game in my repertoire. No, not repertoire. Inventory. Okay, wait. Let me find Refly's the computer expert. Am I stuttering? Oh my god, you guys. I think I'm stuttering. In your foraging sack. Hi, Dom. Hi, Dom. Hi, Dom. We found a way to break the wholesome game again. Woo! Good morning. Good morning, Dom. Here, 1 second. Let me reset my camera so I can stop stuttering. One thing at a time, my friends. Okay. Open the handbook. Go to the settings tab. Okay. I'm on the settings tab. Click the warning triangle on the lower left. Oh. Oh, thank you, Refly. Oh, thank you. Okay. Cool. One last thing. What? Where is Greg again? Does it say on the envelope? No. How would I know? Go ask around and figure it out. Okay, cool. Yay, everyone. Round of applause for Refly. Thank you, Refly, computer expert. He has helped me with many an issue. Many a computer issue. And we love him for that. Okay, I'm just trying to see if there's a sample over here. Did I get this sample already? I might have. This is the very start of the game, by the way. Okay. Yeah, somehow, Dom, I don't know. Just trust in Refly, and everything will be fine. So true. My OBS is stuttering though, isn't it? Oh, whatever. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about, so Dom, today the topic is arguing. We're talking about arguing and whether we are a yes and or a no but arguer. I am a yes and typically. Or a yes but, sorry. Orange clarified that it's yes. However, when you first show the other person, like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but, and then you give your opinion. Dom says, yeah, it depends if I agree with them and what I want to say. Okay. Some people said it depends. So Ivan said no. He said he's typically a no, but, which so everybody has different approaches, which I love. And my point is, I forgot. Both of them can be useful in certain contexts. Hey, how are you? Wait, this is the snail that I think the duck or something had a crush on. Still working on the Greg delivery. Sounds like a toughie. I'm sure you'll get it though. DCI said, that's a cute coat. However, do you find that other people think you're condescending? Okay, here's a question. Are any of you guys worried about coming across as condescending? Because I am. Honestly, I don't. Hi, Sam. Sam, we're talking about arguing and debating and our argument strategies. I think it just depends on what kind of person you are. Like, my intention usually with everything is to make sure everybody loves me. At the end of the day. That's all I want. I want everybody to like me. Please like me. Please like me. Oh. And if they don't, yeah. Yep, that's the impossible task. I know. But I try anyway. Literally everybody in my life is like, bro, stop. That is impossible. You cannot do that. Just don't try. And I'm over here like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna try anyway. Hi, Eclecte. Dom says, I think some context you have to frame things certain ways depending on the other person's background. Yeah, and Dom, that shows care. And maybe you don't have to like be as extreme as the way I approach it. Because I think the way I approach it currently is not ideal. Because I kind of am always bending over for people to walk all over me. I don't have really a care of what is right or what is wrong. My ultimate goal is to make people like me. And so, what do I lose in that process? I lose my individuality. What makes me special? I lose respect. I lose the respect of other people. You do kind of have to have a backbone, a little bit, in order to have other people respect you. Is what I think I'm learning. DCI says, we tolerate. Sam said, oh no. Oh no. Sam says, I will only love you if you stop trying to make everyone love you. Wait. Oh my god, that makes my brain hurt. What? Wait, how do I even... Wait, that wasn't supposed to happen. What do I do now? Oh no. Okay, look, there's a sample over there. Okay, we finally found a direction to head in. So you know what? We're gonna go up here. Can we climb this ladder? Oh yeah, we can. That wasn't the way I thought we were gonna climb it, but whatever. DCR said, if you yes and then counter it, you're literally disregarding what that person just said, and it will come off as having not listened. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. And Eclectic says, I use a yes and or no because. Okay. No because blank. Eclectic said, my yes and is typically used in agreement to whatever someone said. So I probably use it differently. Yeah, so I guess what I meant is I use that in disagreements. And so that's potentially a problem. My goal with using that in disagreements is that I first validate them as a person. I guess what my reasoning is that people people are remarkably simple, and I don't mean that in like a insulting way. I mean that in a, if you do the things that show the other person that they are valued and appreciated and loved, usually they will concede. I don't know, that's just a theory that I have, but I don't know. And so my question is like, oh, if I just validate them, even if I disagree with what they have to say, if I say, oh, that's, and it's not even like I agree, and it's more like, oh, that's fair, and or oh, that's interesting. I love saying that's interesting. That's interesting. When like I don't want to, I want to keep my cards close to the chest. Be like, that's interesting. Sometimes there's a good, I think that's a good strategy to like, not reveal your standpoint right off the bat. To try and like infiltrate and snake your way in. I'm not using appropriate language, but you know where it's like, I don't want you to know what I'm intending, because if you see what I'm intending, you're gonna like shut me down. Dom says, submitting can be good sometimes, I think, if you undercut the importance of the whole thing as just a game, more or less. Of course, things can be at stake to make this difficult, though. Yes, and Dom, that's what I was trying to get at. That sometimes you realize the whole thing is kind of ridiculous. If you have the underlying belief that all beings are valuable. And perhaps, I'm not saying people don't have that belief, but you know what I'm getting at? Where it's like, if you have love for every single human being, regardless of what their politics are or their whatever is, if you have that in the back of your mind, then I think that you will, when you remind yourself of that, then you remind yourself not to take certain things so seriously, I guess. But Dom says, in that context, submission shows lack of attachment to the outcome of the discussion, lack of attachment to DCI said, don't use either. State your point. Don't agree or disagree with a yes or no. Okay. Right. And it's possible, DCI, that, well, yes. And that's kind of what, when I was saying, like, you could say, interesting. That's interesting. Or you could say, okay. Okay. Not revealing, like, what you think, so that they can have some sort of, I don't want to use the word ammunition, but kind of ammunition. Not saying that you're trying to approach every disagreement with, like, the intention to win, but I don't know. Do you guys approach every disagreement with the intention to win? But like if it depends on, I guess, what you're approaching the disagreement with. If you're approaching it with the intention to win, that's one thing. If you're approaching it with the intention to just get out what you have to say, then that might be a different approach. Dom says, I have similar thinking around like give respect and consideration to get respect and consideration. But it takes effort, it seems. Yes. And sometimes no matter how much respect and consideration you give another person, they sometimes will still not give that back. And that hurts. That's hard. Refly said, instead of using yes and, state the following. I have listened to your statement and have analyzed the content of your statement and have noticed you have stopped using your vocal cords to express that statement. I hereby confirm that I agree with your statement and will follow up with the extra information or a new perspective. See, it's easy. Yeah, okay. You just That's a good one. Yeah, you just kind of distract him. A key tactic is just distracting. Eclectic said, I think I tend to stay quiet. If someone is just speaking their truth, and I don't agree, I just won't give my input because not everything needs to be an argument. Okay, yeah, I like that perspective. Not everything needs to be an argument, for sure. And that, I guess that depends on how much care you have for the person, right? So if you have a lot of care for the person and you realize, if you see the whole picture and you're like, okay, this person is just, they just need to vent and they're also in a really emotional state. And so I need to like take everything they're saying with a huge grain of salt because they don't really mean it. They're just like trying to make themselves feel better. Okay, I'm trying to get up here. No, please. I'm trying to get up here without falling to my death. I feel like I can... Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. We did it. Wait, I think this is a new area, you guys. Have I been up here in the bamboo forest? I don't think I have. DCI said, some weird language people would tell you to understand the type of language the person is using. If they say, look, see what I mean? Then you use visual words like, I see, or it looks like. If someone says, you're not listening, do you hear what I'm saying? Then you say what about, sounds like, oh, interesting. So like maybe some mirroring techniques. Yeah, mirroring. Typo for your keyboard. No. Sometimes, sometimes Toby steps on my keyboard and then it sends, and I'm like, oh my god. Dom says, yeah, or attachment to winning arguments. And, okay, attachment to winning arguments. And the other things that people can latch onto, like pride, views of one's own intelligence, and self-worth. Yeah, Refly, now you're just going to notice every time I use a yes and. I want to notice and see if I ever use a no, but I think I do. DCI said, you're saying a yes and no but to state that you're entering the debate and are going to speak. It's a preamble and nothing more. Right. Yes. Yes, and
yes.
Sometimes that's all it is. That's all it is. Although sometimes there is intention behind it. Like I was saying before.
There's roadblocks.
Life is Roblox. Sometimes I am intending when I say that's interesting or that's valid. For example, the person who posted that video that we had that whole discussion about it yesterday. I said, that's interesting. And I think the person really appreciated when I said that, because that person was taking a lot of negative messaging from a lot of other people. And so for one person to say, oh, that's interesting, I blah, blah, blah. I think they were just looking for somebody to validate that their opinions and ideas were valid. Did that create problems for me later down the line, when later I did give my opinion that I don't like the creator of the video that he shared? And yeah, it did. I think that created some pretty big problems, because I think the other person is probably thinking I'm two-faced. So you have to be careful, right? You don't want to appear two-faced, where it's like, oh, I agree with you, this. And then later on you end up putting in your disagreement, because that can come across as, oh, I'm just saying whatever everybody else thinks. I have a hard time doing that. Like, not, coming across as just being wishy-washy. Oh my gosh, wait. This is a whole new area, you guys. What are these golden teachers? They look like golden teachers. Golden teachers are the GOAT. Anyway. Eclecte says, I approach disagreements with the intention to get my point or feelings across, pretty much to state my side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not specifically, not especially to win or change someone's mind. Majority of the time, people aren't truly listening. Yes. Yes. Okay, and this is a separate conversation I want to have. How do we know when somebody's really listening or not? Is anybody ever truly listening? They're hearing to respond. Oh my God, yeah. Well, I'm sure this is like a scale, like a degree. Like, there's a degree to which they're listening or just hearing. Because you can tell when somebody is just hearing something so they can respond and say their piece. Likely you won't change their mind no matter what you say. So I just give my perspective and end the conversation, or I just won't put myself in the conversation to begin with. Yeah, I see. So when you're giving your perspective and you're noticing the other person isn't really listening, they're just waiting to say their piece, that's an uncomfortable feeling to feel, right? And I've noticed this too when I've been having conversations and halfway through I'm like, are you listening to anything I said? And sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's not intentional. DCI said, you know that audiobook lecture series I sent you is literally on this sort of stuff. By the way, it's called Way with Words. Yes, I still need to read that, or listen to that. Thank you. I will. I have an infinite list of books and knowledge I need to accumulate. Infinite knowledge. No, there's just like, there's a lot going on. But I do want to listen to this, DCI. Thank you. Dom says, even winning an argument seems undesirable if it inflates the ego and inflates your conviction in a false way. If it inflates your ego. Have you guys ever won an argument and been like, ooh, I don't feel the way I thought I would? Or been like, oh shit, I think I made that other person feel like shit. DCI said, yes, but saying that's interesting holds more weight and power when you don't use it all the time. And people see that you're just using it to tell them it's your turn to talk. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. If you use it all the time, if you say that's it, because I know some people who say, that's interesting. A lot of the people in my degree program, like international affairs, They would use that a lot. That's interesting. And that would just be a filler, like what you were saying before. It would just be a filler to... I mean, it does show like a little bit of interest, but it's not as powerful as like if somebody never uses it and then all of a sudden, oh, that's interesting. Dom says, you're under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. From the goat's mouth. Oh, I love this. Wait, I'm pinning this. I love that quote. Oh my gosh, I love that quote, Dom. Seriously, because I agree. And I feel like in an argument, sometimes when you are, like I said, when you're butting heads and it's not getting anywhere, sometimes you step back and realize, like, wait, I have no obligation to continue this. I have no obligation, like, and then you use that as a moment to break away, either to swallow your pride and concede, or to like just say, okay, we're done here. That's often what helps in the argument. Like I said, that's interesting is also, way to stay neutral. Yeah, exactly. These guys said it's like saying so, because this means that you're going to explain something and it's a little bit undermining. Saying, now I want you to know this is how I feel is more impactful. It commands the moment. Okay. DCI said, you definitely don't use things like right, okay, at the end, because that's just a cue to people that you're done and they should make sounds with their mouths now. Usually you can tell if someone is listening because they pause before speaking. Because they pause before speaking. Right. They don't interrupt. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody where they're constantly interrupting you? It's like you have to fight to get every single word in. That's uncomfortable. My goodness. Hello there. Oh my gosh. Hello. I'm a cat. What is it pronounced? Capybara? Capybara? I don't know. Cool. Of course, it's an Alan Watts quote. Of course. That's why I love it. Of course it is. Straight from the goat's mouth. Now I get it. Sure looks like it. But that's not all. Oh? I'm a sad capybara. No. What's got you feeling unhappy, Bara? My hat. It's gone. I feel incomplete without it. What does this hat of yours look like? It's round and orange and smells kind of like citrus. So it's a small orange. Oh, it's the oranges. Have you guys seen the pictures of the capybaras in like Japan? And they got the oranges on their head. Oh my god. No, it's a hat. My hat. You sure it's not an orange? Yes, an orange is a fruit and this is a hat. But if it helps you to think of my hat as an orange, then you can consider it an orange. But it's not an orange, it's a hat. Okay. Well, I'll go have a look for an orange-shaped hat. I'll let you know if I find anything. Thank you. If you need me, I'll be here having a nap. So at least I can wear my hat in my dreams. See you later. Cute. Wait, I need to find the picture now. Don't worry, I'll continue the conversation. I just want to find a picture of the capybara. Capybara? I don't know. Yes! Oh my god. I don't know why this is a thing, but it is. They got the mandarin oranges on their head. Maybe it's because they're just really stable in how they hold their head. Oh, they're so cute. I don't know why the they do that, but... Okay. Did you know that they are often pictured with oranges because of the practice of having yuzu baths in hot springs in Japan? Okay. Okay, well, it's obviously placed. It's not like they place the orange on their head. But, oh, I see. So in Japan they typically just put the fruit in the hot springs for a decorative effect, and then the capybara. I'm gonna say a different pronunciation every time, by the way, just to piss people off. They rise out of the water with a little, and then they put a little thing on their head for a picture. Cute. Anyway. Okay. Back to arguing. Let's see. Eclectic says it takes a lot of intention to just listen. I can tell when someone isn't listening to hear me, but listening to respond, with their tone and use of language. Arguments usually stem from two people who feel like their feelings or reasonings aren't being heard. Yes. So they move forward with defensiveness. I'm not sure it's possible to argue without ego involved. Right, because you can very easily end an argument, whether like Dom and I were saying earlier about how you just lose all your attachments. Like, okay, I don't care anymore. When you say I don't care anymore, I think that the ego is leaving the chat. Or if you're seeing the bigger picture, then the ego is leaving the chat. But yeah, communicating and arguing is much different. DCI said, yes, it's best to just let them run out of stuff and don't let them gish gallop you. Okay, state loads of points. Just handle one at a time. It's hard. I mean, so the argument that I encountered today, like, the person is obviously very upset and very, very defensive. And it's just like, boom, 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 point, 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 point. And then they're going back in and they're deleting their messages. And then they're, and it's just like, yeah, we can all see what you're doing here. But it's, you know what, I think in that context, like, it's not important. You shouldn't engage with them. You need to just let them do what they're going to do. Because at that point, they're so emotional that just let them run their course. Because if you engage, then you're just asking for a fight. You're just asking for ooh. Oh wait, I found the hat. Okay. Here's your hat. Max, are you awake? Oh, yep, I am now. What's up? What's up is your hat. Because it goes on top of your head. Get it? Because your head is up. Never mind. Your hat. My hat. Oh, wait, look, it just added the hat. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. I'll never lose it again. It is an easy hat to lose, I must admit, with it being so similar to oranges. Nuh-uh. You found my one hat out of the billions of oranges. Obviously, it has distinct hat energy. Sure, we'll chalk it up to that. And also not my supreme searching skills. Thanks again. Whenever I wear my hat, I'll think of you now. Oh, the highest honor. See ya, Max. See ya. Oh, cute. I love how every interaction in this is so wholesome. So DCI, a good response to that said, you've mentioned a lot of things there. Let's start with, blank. DCI said, usually they will interrupt you again after the first thing you address, meaning they don't actually care about the other things. They're just trying to add weight to their weak main point, which is usually first. An eclectic says, I think what bothers me most in a defensive conversation is when someone who is clearly arguing based off of false information starts asking, you, give me proof, give me, oh my god, girl. Yep, that's what happened. Give me proof. Give me example. Give me a source. When did that happen? Source? It feels super manipulative to a conversation. That's tone is full of anger and defensiveness. Yes, I've seen this many times. The most common quote, you cannot see reflection in boiling water. Similarly, you cannot see the truth in a state of anger. When the water's calm, clarity comes. And listen, I don't have anything against this person that I'm providing for the example. I don't. It's just they happen to be an easy target. I should probably feel bad about that. Because we all do it. We all do it at different times and with different people. So I want to make that clear that I'm not like saying this one person that I gave the example of is like, sucks. I'm saying like this is something we all do, and we're trying to evaluate and see what can we do differently. Wait a minute, I feel like I've seen this frog before. Oh, this is a cute little frog. Dom says, Buddha has the same metaphor, that anger is like boiling water. DCI is like, which Buddha? Give us proof. Give me source. I need you to give us evidence. I've been expecting you. Wow, really? Then can you help me find Greg? Yes. Yes? Wait. No. Oh, not again. Bless you. Did you guys hear that? Toby just sneezed really loudly. Toby? What was that? Here. Are you okay? That was a loud sneeze. Yeah. Are you picking your nose with your tongue? That's gross. Are you picking your nose with your tongue? You're so disgusting and adorable. I love you. She's amazing. I love her so much. Yeah, she sneezed really loud and then she was like she was licking the snot from her nose. Cats are so gross. Pick their nose with their own tongue. Ew. By the way, I'm so sorry. I don't know why my thing is stuttering. Maybe if I change the game settings, that might work. Maybe if I do... Did that change it? Ooh. Am I stuttering? Can we tell? Am I stuttering? I don't... Yeah. I'm dropping frames for some reason. And I don't know why. It's looking good to you? Okay. Good. Thank you. He uses a water metaphor for all negative states. Classic. I love water. The way of water. That was an interesting movie, by the way. Have you guys seen that movie? The Way of Water? That was a film. Sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, that was a film. Dom says, one I always think of that is that desire. One I always think of is that desire is like the water has died. Eclectic watched that movie. Dom has not seen that movie. Eclectic left it bawling my eyes out, but I'm a crybaby. I'm confirming that we're. Oh shoot! Now I can't remember actually the plot. I thought that there were certain scenes that were quite interesting. The premise was definitely quite interesting. Oh, my bad. The Way of the Water is the Avatar movie. I was talking about the movie of Guillermo The Shape of Water. Okay, sorry. I love The Way of Water. Okay, I love The Way of Water. Yes, I did cry at that one. Highly recommend. But what I was thinking in my brain was The Shape of Water, which is different. It's very different. But, and that's a film. The one by Guillermo del Toro. The one between the woman and the sea monster. Still interesting. Crafter says, strange. Usually the landlords are psychos. DCI said, I watched a cool 1991 movie the other day, Pacific Heights. It's about a couple who buy a house in San Fran and then rent out the studio in the house to a complete psycho. It was a super cool watch. Ooh. Was it like a suspense? Was it like a scary movie? Yes, Eclectic. It is strange. It was strange. And like I said, film. Film, and what I mean by film is like you need to suspend your disbelief in a certain thing. It's also if you've seen that recent movie with Emma Stone and it's like Pretty Little Things, I think, something. And Willem Dafoe. Oh, I love Willem Dafoe. No, it's not Pretty Little. No. What is it? Okay. Poor Things. Poor Things. That's another film. The art that people make. Yeah, that one was. Crafty says, I saw last night Greenland 2. It's such a piece of shit movie. Wait. Now I'm curious. Greenland 2. Not even Greenland 1. Greenland 2. Migration. Oh, this looks great. American post-apoc. Wait. Oh, it just barely came out. No way. Well, did you like Greenland 1? I didn't even know there was a Greenland 1. Anyways, American post-apocalyptic survival disaster thriller. It's a lot of words. American post-apocalyptic survival disaster thriller. Everything together. Interstellar comet destroyed most of Earth and civilization. Planet's environment has become chaotic. Electromagnetic storms. Oh. I do like post-apocalypse films. No film could be The Road. What? Wait. Is that based on a book? Is it this? Wait, this doesn't seem right. Wait, it is? Wait, what? Huh? Okay, I was like, what? Wait, Keith Urban? I don't get this. The Road movie. Oh, okay. This is based off of the novel, which I read for, I really enjoyed the novel of this, or the novella, whatever, a short story. I don't know. It was good. I had to read it for my AP English literature class. I didn't realize there was a movie. Oh, okay. Wait, I should watch this. Yes. It's very the novel itself is, there's just not that much information revealed. But that's kind of the intention, that's kind of the point. But it's still builds suspense in a really interesting way. Okay, cool. Reflex said, "Oh, so all this taking over Greenland thing was just a promo for this movie." Oh. You did not. Crafty said the first Green... Maybe that's why it did perform so shittily then. No. Crafty said the first Greenland movie was about a comet striking Earth and an American family find refuge in a bunker in Greenland. Oh, okay. I collected... I haven't seen any of these either. Let's see. Crafty said it's all American. All about Americans. Americans are the smartest, the bravest, and everything just happens to them. The movie doesn't make any sense. Okay, what's my favorite post-apocalypse movie? I'll tell you what's not my favorite. This is my least favorite. This one was, again, another film. Absurdist. Okay, actually, you know what? Yeah, it was completely absurd. It was so absurd that I couldn't even follow so the dialogue is intentionally written in a way where you can't even understand anything that's being communicated back and forth. And I get that that's the point, but like, holy shit, it was difficult to watch. The Long Walk, the Stephen book. The King book film, that was good. And The Housemaid. The Book of Eli is kind of fun. Wow, there's so many movies out. I need to watch them. Okay, my favorite post-apocalyptic movie. This one's good. I like this one. This is one of my favorite action movies. Edge of Tomorrow is really good. Snowpiercer was good. Oh, that one was interesting. That one was by the Korean director, right? With I think Tilda Swinton was in it. Yeah, I think I saw part of that one. DC, I said I thought The Edge of Tomorrow was a good film. No, you're thinking of The Edging of Tomorrow. Oh my god, come on. Okay. I like it because there's actually a genuinely interesting plot. So basically, Tom Cruise keeps waking up in the same... It's basically like Groundhog Day. He keeps waking up in the same battle over and over and over again. And he has to determine how to win. Groundhog Day was really good too. I like that movie. This is the end. This is a comedy, isn't it? Yeah, a comedy. Oh shit. What a cast. I haven't seen this one. Oh my gosh. You know, I've been watching a lot of the comedy classics. Like, I watched 21 Jump Street. I watched 22 Jump Street. What else? The Hangover. Okay, I watched The Hangover recently. I was like, you know what? I need to watch these. I haven't seen them. They're good. Do they stick in my mind for very long? No. Oh, I heard Mad Max is good too. I haven't seen that one. Strong women in that movie, which we love. Cool. There's like you guys, there's like an infinite amount of movies out there. Holy shit. I watched all those back in the late 2000s, but I haven't done a rewatch. Okay, so we're trying to find Greg. And Jim is trying to help us find Greg. I thought you were here to listen to my enchanting song. Maybe deliver me a recording contract. Oh no, I'm really just here for Greg. Greg is my best bear friend, but he's always stealing the spotlight. He's a bear? What? You're the first one that's not surprised at the fact that I have a friend. Oh. Ouch. Nice. Well, where is he then? Should be easy to remember if he's your best friend. Well, he's just a hop, skip, and jump over yonder. For me, at least. Okay, well, I'm not a frog, so... For someone of your stature... It's, how to put it, more complicated. Is that a short joke? Oh, man. You really did that. Rude. Well, no, it's just Greg lives in a cave in a difficult-to-reach area. You need to do quite some acrobatics to get up there. I'm not sure you're a real male scout. They have, like, at least 14 of those male scout patches. Oh, I don't have that many yet. I still need 5 more patches. Oh, well then probably get those first. Do you know how? Yeah, I could see in my handbook. Oh, okay, I don't have enough patches. Coolio. Eclectic said, I'd be a trillionaire if got paid anytime someone made a short joke. Oh, man. Rude. You know, tall people don't really get joked about as much. We mostly just get asked if we play basketball. That's the only thing. People are like, oh, do you play basketball? Do I look like I play basketball? That's a high approaching, isn't it? DCR said, yeah, I just get asked to grab stuff on the top shelves in the supermarket. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, oh, I've had many people ask me to do that. I find that people look at tall people with oohs and ahs. Wow, you're so tall. Wow, you're so oh, I didn't realize. It's always when, okay, it's always when I, like, somebody is standing here and then, like, I stand, like, perhaps this really close to them. I come up and I walk up to them and then they look up and they're like, oh, I didn't realize you were that tall. It happens to, like, almost everyone. DCI said, I'm just 6'3", so not, like, freakishly tall. That's still pretty tall, though. That's still pretty tall. I'm, like, 5'11", borderline 6 feet. Yeah, not freakishly tall for a man, but for a woman, perhaps, yes. Okay, what? Can I go across here? Wait. I don't know if I can. Okay, well, I'm gonna try anyway. I want to see if I can go on to this other bridge. Nope. That's not gonna happen. Okay, I just, like... I just went straight through that bridge. I was not supposed to jump on that. Okay, cool. Crafter said, I think I'm 5'6". Oh, thank you for converting. That was so nice of you. Let's see, I'm 180 centimeters. I I have that memorized because I've had to tell that to all my European friends. 5'6". Alright, so we're done with the bamboo area for now. We're gonna come back here when we have more. We only need 4 more patches, so the question is, who should we... I think, okay, we need to come over here and give all the food combinations to the character. Oh, you want to talk to me? Okay, cool. Letter for socks? That's me. Give here. Who? Who sent it? Yeah. Wait, I get this guy. He uses the minimum amount of words possible. It's from Shelby. Shelby the turtle? Not no. Must not be important person. Oof. So blunt. Oh, okay. What say? Do you want me to open the letter? Yeah. Socks no more toe. Oh no, he can't open the letter with his tiny little feet. Sam asks, why do you want everyone to love you? Oh shoot, you got it. Oh, okay. Well, let me know. I'm happy to answer that question. Let me know when you're back. Okay, nobody else said anything. Don't have toes? Not since accident. Oh no. Well, not accident. Long story. No toe, no grip envelope. Open quick. But it's not Mail Scout protocol for me to open someone else's mail. Does it look like I care? Open fast. Okay. Craftus says, I don't want everyone to love me. I need to keep some people frightened of me. What kind of people would you say? It's a joke. Oh, okay. Sorry, I typically tend to take things seriously unless people say that it's a joke. Eclectic says, I used to be obsessed with everyone like me, but as I got older, I realized that everyone has such diverse tastes that it's unlikely everyone will like me. And I don't like... And, okay. That's the thing, Eclectic. I don't know if I like everybody. So how can I expect everyone to like me if I don't like everybody? If I'm not even capable of liking everybody. Mods, ban everyone you don't like. Yeah, basically. Okay, we're skipping this dialogue. This dialogue is... Okay, bye. Oh, wait, you still want to talk again? Approach. Quiet. Fastly. What's happened? No big talky time. Okay, well, if you don't want to talk to me, then I'm gonna skip through your dialogue. If this caterpillar doesn't want to spend the effort to talk to me, then I'm not gonna spend the effort to talk to you. There's something living in the trash, spying on him. Bring 5 trash bits. Okay. Okay, we gotta bring 5 trash bits. How many trash bits do I have? Trash. I think I have 4 of them. Okay, cool. We're just humans. We are all just human. I think Tweet said that the other day, and I was like, yes, you're so right. We are all just humans. I want to talk to this little worm guy. Okay. Ooh, this looks delicious. A nice little charcuterie board. Yummy. DCI said, same. I moved around a lot as a child, so I never formed long-lasting relationships. So I found myself trying to catch up with people's level of friendships in long-lasting friend groups, and it never worked out too good. I usually win one person over and not another two. Ah. Sometimes you find that in order to gain the favor of one person, you have to let other people go. Because sometimes people will like not want to have relations with you if you have a relation with another person. And that's, yeah, that makes it like fundamentally impossible for you to be liked by everybody. Because people will dislike you just based on association. People will dislike you. My husband was trying to get this through my head the other day. He was like, people dislike you purely because of where you're from, purely because of what gender you are, purely because of your skin color. People will dislike you for all those things. Do you need to, like, if people are going to dislike you for things you can't control, do you need to waste the effort on trying to get them to like you? Craftus says, you don't even know yourself. If I ask you to describe yourself, you will enumerate some priorities of you acting in certain situations. But if you take away all that medium, letting you just by yourself in an empty, how can you describe yourself without describing how others see you or what you do for others? Oh, you're trying to get at what is the self? What is the self? A concept. My most recent definition of the self is that I'm just a concept that continues over time. And it can either be a continuation or it cannot be a continuation, depending on time and decisions. Depending on time and the decisions that you make, you can either continue or not continue. If that makes sense. I don't know. That probably doesn't make sense. Eclectic says, I surprisingly had the opposite situation. I moved around so much as a child, yet everywhere I moved, I formed one long-lasting friendship for each place. Oh, interesting. So you got friends all over. DCI would make a best friend, but you sucked at moving into a friend group. Oh, friend groups are hard. Friend groups are hard. Because then again, the more variety you have, the more diversity you have. And I think DCI mentioned this earlier, the more diversity you have, the harder it is to accommodate everyone in their own uniqueness. That's when you start to get... Yes, okay, I wanna get this piece, this little battery. Wait, how do I get up here? That's like higher up than where... Hello? Wait, how do I... That seems impossible, dude. Look, I want to get up to that branch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the perspective change. That must be rough. Okay. Look, I want to get up here. I tried to jump from that rock, but the rock is fundamentally... Wait. Oh, come on. The audacity. Maybe I just can't at this point. Maybe I'll eventually get a new ability. Friend group fake. Eclectic says, I absolutely know myself and I don't see myself as a list of random description words. I'm not sure everyone is as face value as they come off. I agree with that. Not everybody is, most people you cannot take at face value. And also I struggle a lot with like personality tests, and like I recently took an Enneagram, and they're fun, but oh, DC, I didn't mention that. Okay, sorry, I misquoted you. Somebody else said it. Anyways, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Crafty says, I haven't kept in touch with my friends for like 3 to 5 years, and to be honest, I don't miss it. Then maybe they weren't the right friends for you. Or you grew out of... You grew out of that. I think it's perfectly normal to grow out of relationships and friendships. Friends come and go in your life. And then you'll find new friends that are, supportive of you as you currently are. Okay, so what's Cause's recommendation? A combination of chocolate and coffee. They said you can just eat them as is. Okay. He's processing. It's okay, I guess. A bit all over the place. I don't know, this might be a bit wild for me. I think I need something more sensible. Eclectic's gonna take an Enneagram right now. Yes, you should do it, I wanna know. Oh, yes, and how about we'll take a break. Let's take a break and I'll go into the result I got. Because that was pretty interesting. They seem sensible. In some ways, yes, I see it. Got a letter for her? Can't leave without a letter. Okay, I'm getting sick of dialogue, you guys. Oops, sorry. I was getting bored of the dialogue. The dialogue in this game is cute for sure, but sometimes it's a little bit too much. Too much dialogue. Look at how many people we have to visit, you guys. Oh my god. Okay. Sounds medical. It's pseudoscientific actually, so kind of the opposite. Dialogue is 50% of the game. I know. I just got bored. But we'll look at the dialogue again later. Sorry, replay. Okay. So my Enneagram results was I got number 4, which so an Enneagram is it has 9 different personality types. Explore the 9 types and discover who you truly are. It's used in business settings sometimes. It's used in spiritual settings. It's basically a personality test. And so here's my results. Oops. Okay. So obviously I have to pay for the result, but I had a screenshot of. Number 4, 4s are self-aware, sensitive, and reserved. They are emotionally honest, creative, and personal. But they can also be, moody and self-conscious, withholding themselves from others due to the feeling vulnerable and defective. They can also feel disdainful and exempt from ordinary ways of living. They typically have problems with melancholy, self-indulgence, and self-pity. Yeah, this is feeling pretty accurate. At their best, inspired and highly creative, they are able to renew themselves and transform their experiences. Basic fear that they have no identity or personal significance. And the basic desire to find themselves and their significance, to create an identity. Oh my gosh, this is me. This is definitely me. This is like, I feel like I'm reading my horoscope right now. No, I don't know. I just, I agree. I agree with this. And so therefore, I think it's valuable. Is it going to change my life? Probably not, but it's cool. I need to create and surround myself with beauty, maintain certain moods and feelings, and to withdraw to protect my self-image. Take care of emotional needs before attending to anything else, to attract a rescuer. Ooh. Very interesting. What is your guys' perspective on personality tests? Do you think they're useful or not? Some people, it's interesting, they do actually form their entire identity. I'm so sorry, I'm getting yawns. I'm getting the yawns already. What is that, Hufflepuff? You think I'm a Hufflepuff? Ivan. No! I'm a Ravenclaw. Wait, what? Wait, Ivan, now I need to know. What house are you? I gotta know. Guess where I would be sorted. I don't know. Ravenclaw. Oh yeah, wait, no, we can't. Okay, then Ivan's the true Ravenclaw, and I'm just an aspirational Ravenclaw. Okay. If I... Oh. I'm stuck, you guys. Oh my god. I'm flustered now. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Someone let me out, please. Okay, wait. I'm leaving. I'm flustered. I'm too flustered. I can't do it. I can't possibly. Okay. Oh. It's fine. I would say the opposite of ghost, because my face is very red. But, yeah. Okay, you know what, Ivan? I wanted to say Slytherin, but then I was like, okay, I can't be... Because sometimes, you know, like, if you say Slytherin, some people will take that as, like, a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. Slytherins are cool. I feel like it was always, like, the edgy kids in high school that were Slytherin. The people who wanted to be different. Go against the grain. Oh my god. It's so funny. Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong with me, you guys. Ah! Okay, oh yes. Okay, now I know. I'm gonna, do I have a letter for you? No, I don't. I'm gonna go find the hat person. Ivan says, maybe I am a Slitherclaw. What? What happens if the hat... Has there ever been a situation where the hat can't decide? Did you guys hear that? That was a weird little crunch. I just like I got squeezed between the mushroom and the rock and it crunched really hard. I'm finding all the ways to break this game. Okay, here we go. It sounded like a hungry bell. I know, the sound was so strange. Crafty says, I think that people who do personality tests don't have a personality. Ooh, that's a hot take. You may be right. Or they might be, okay. Or they might be looking for a personality to latch onto. They might be looking for a personality to latch onto. I knew that. Ivan, I knew that. I've read Harry Potter, okay? I know. I know, but I mean, ultimately the hat decided that he was a... I'm a fake fan. Eclectic said, I was a Slytherin that evolved into a Gryffindor. Once a Slith, always a Slith. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, if you give him his coin collection back, I'm sure this will all blow over. That's just the thing. I lost all the coins. I'm beginning to see the problem. I misheard you. Wait, what'd you mishear me? What'd I say? Ultimately, the hat decided... I did not say that. You guys, someone... Okay. I'm fine. Now all the coins are lost and I have no clue where they are. Please, can you help me? I'm afraid of what Kiki will do if I show up without them. Fret not, little bun. I'll get you those coins back. Thank you so much. There were 4 coins in the collection. Please come back when you found them all. I think I found them all, actually. Here. Do you have all the coins? Yep, all 4. Hot dog. You are an amazing, fantastic, stunning, breathtaking. This reminds me of that Lady Gaga. Amazing, spectacular, revolutionary. And I will never forget this. Here, I've written an apology note to Kiki. Could you take that and the coins back to him? Maybe now I can still make it out of this alive. Oh, he's not gonna kill you. In training. But also a Lucky Charm prevention service. Seems like there's good money in that. It's not exactly Beatrix Potter. Wait, what do you mean by that? Oh no, are you testing me again? Oh, Ivan's testing me again on my knowledge of Harry Potter, please. Please stop. Okay, maybe if I sit in a different position, that might make it better. Oh my god. Some people just have the uncanny ability to make me lose my mind, for real. Some people... Oh my god. It reminds me of Dune Part 2, where Timothy Chalamet says, "What are you guys laughing about?" What are you laughing about? Women of Star Trek stream when? Oh, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. Do you think, Ivan, do you think your audience would, I think your audience would love that. Would really appreciate it. I would definitely tune in for that. Not gonna lie. I would definitely tune in for it. You guys, for those of you who don't know, Ivan is a streamer, and he's super cool. Here, shout out. Shout out, Ivan. As you can see, I'm very easily flustered by Ivan because he's extremely smart. I get intimidated by smart people, okay? I'm sorry. I just, there are like 3 women in the chat. In your chat? Or... yeah. Well... Actually, it's kind of the same. I mean, Ivan, I don't know. Like, it's kind of the same with me. Like, I have Eclecte, I have Tweet, and then I sometimes have another person. But besides that, it's mostly men. I think that might just be Twitch. But, if you were to make a women in Star Trek tier list, I feel like people would very much enjoy that. As men of culture. Okay. Eris did it first, I think. Lower right. Wait, I just got a glimpse of how stupid I look. It's fine. Okay, you know what? This is just fine. I need to embrace looking stupid and flustered. It's fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. Embrace, you guys, embrace cringe. Embrace absurdity, embrace cringe. And that's my mantra. Seriously. Tell people what you really think about them. And also say what's really on your mind when it's on your mind. And you might look extremely cringe. But, no follow-up. How I look after 5 games of Mahjong. I love that you love that game, by the way, Tweet. It's so fun. 5 p.m. Why tell people when I can just give them a hard stare? That's a method, I guess. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. None of these coins are really that important. Wait, I thought you were so pissed about having your coins stolen. This one though. This is my favorite coin. I'm cringe and I'm proud. Fuck yeah, Eclecte. And that's what this is all about here. Tweet is playing and listening. Amazing. Playing Mahjong, I couldn't ask for anything better. The first coin I ever earned. Selling apple juice as a kid. As a kid, I was writing my own letters to deliver. Craftus says the dad stare, not knowing if you done right or bad. Wait, Craftus, clue me in. I need to know. I'm very curious now. What is it like to be on the other end of the dad stare? I know to... Oh, and Ivan said, I was thinking of the Paddington stare. What is the Paddington? 1,000-yard stare. Oh, just like looking blankly. I do that all the time. Okay, Paddington's hard stare is the single most intimidating thing. Oh no, I have ever seen any bear perform. When he looks up from the display of bad manners and stares directly into the camera, I can't watch that scene without feeling genuine fight or flight dread. Oh no. Wait, I didn't think Paddington was capable of, Isn't he the bear that eats, like, jam? Marmalade? He had tea with the Queen of England, and, like, it's a very wholesome movie. Paddington 2. Marmalade sandwiches. Oh, man, this is like British culture, isn't it? I need to do an exploration of British culture. Wow. To show my appreciation for my British audience. Because Ivan is British, right? But you live in America, right? And then I've got Wackett, who's also British. I need to. How long have you got? Wait, DCI is British as well? Wait, you are, aren't you? Oh my gosh, I have so many British audience. Oh. I need to give you the appreciation you deserve. And is this the way to do it? What's like peak British culture? I watched The Crown in its entirety. I watched The Crown. Does that count? I feel like I learned a lot. I learned who Margaret Thatcher was. Did I know who she was before I watched it? No. Hey, but I know now. I know who Margaret Thatcher. I know Margaret Thatcher. You guys were any of you guys here for that discussion on how Margaret Thatcher is? Never mind. I'm not going to go back there. Oh, she is the living embodiment of a certain word. I won't say the word, but you can imagine it in your mind. I mean it in a good way. I mean it in a Margaret Thatcher is a public WC. What does WC mean? I'm looking that up. Toilet? Oh. Fair. Public WC. Oh, water closet? Water closet? It's crazy. I haven't heard of that before. Oh, thank you, Ivan. Yes. I've been on a CB strike. Okay. Is that another British show? I was thinking of a word that started with C. But listen, okay, it's not meant as an insult. It's not meant as, I mean, a smidge is meant by the insult, but it's mostly meant in the sense of, you know, when people say serving cunt. She's serving cunt. You guys know that, right? That expression where it's like, it means really strong and intimidating woman. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Just a very strong, intimidating. Oh no, people would just say cunt. Okay, but I want to be nice. Anyway, that's the word I would use. In all of its embodiments. In a respectful way, in a non-respectful way, in all the ways. Because she's a multifaceted person and a nuanced person. Complicated. She's complicated. Oh, Eclectic said it's a detective show. You have a delay. No problem. She have ruined British industry. It was interesting to see her depiction in the Crown. Do I remember? Oh, dang it! I wish I just barely watched it because I forgot most of the British lore. I guess I need to watch it again. I learned about Winston Churchill as well. Winston Churchill. I'm just name dropping people at this point. If we're gonna be honest with you, I'm just name dropping people. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh my god. Okay. I have learned about these people at some point, and I did learn about their significance at some point, and I'm going to remind myself when it is relevant. my gosh, Ivan. Ivan, what is this? Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. That is so nice of you. Yeah. I like the crown. I thought was interesting. Okay, my biggest takeaway from the crown was that the royal family is kind of like an image of, it's like a symbol of British nationalism. And because they're like a living symbol, and so therefore it's difficult for real people to be in that role because they're supposed to be neutral, and the Queen of England tried her best throughout the course of her life to just be as neutral as possible. Did that mean she actually accomplished much? No. However, what she did what she did accomplish was like providing a steady force, a steady source of inspiration and yeah. And she made a lot of personal sacrifices in order to do that, and also sacrificed a lot of her family members and what they wanted as well to align with the one image of national pride. Okay. Crafter says, don't sub to Ivan. He's using the money for e-girls online. Oh my god. Well, that's not a reason not to sub. It's not. You don't know what I'm using my money for. I mean, I'm probably just using my money for, well, I did delete my Love in Deep Space game. So that's not. But I will use the money for my art project. Oh, I'm gonna use it for my art project to buy the plaster for tomorrow. I'm hoping that we're gonna restart the art project tomorrow. It's feeling kind of dry. I'm at least gonna sand it down and then cover it in like acrylic of some kind, and then yeah. Okay, I'm just sorry. I'm just giving him all his mushroom samples. Oh, that didn't actually do anything. Never mind. Oops. Sorry. 1 second. I need to do the sign. There it is. Ivan spends it all on notebooks and then doesn't use them. Oh my gosh. You know what, Ivan? I'm actually the opposite. I will use a notebook until I cannot possibly use it anymore. I will use the notebook for as long as possible. And like, even if it's like I have my notebook for, it's specifically intended for my college classes. Like there's 4 sections for each class. I'll go back in and at the end, I'll just write a random note in the middle of my lecture notes. And then, like, you're gonna send Ivan into a fit of rage. Well, you know what? It's only fair. The amount of times that Ivan has sent me into a absolute fluster mind space, which he never intends to do, by the way. It's all in here. It's all me. But anyway, maybe he deserves it. I'm sorry. I take that back. But yeah, I do use my notebook for like, I'll use the margins, I'll use the page. I'm trying to look for my actual notebook that I have. I don't know where my notebook went. Maybe it's somewhere.
Yes, what is it, sweetie?
So, like, I have stuff, like lecture notes here, and then right in the middle I'll have something written in ink. So it's a mixture of not only like, you know, mechanical pencil, but then like some ink sometimes. And then like if I can't, oh my god, you guys, this is a problem. If I have whatever random page open at any time, I'll write down a note on that page. Like if somebody gives me their phone number or like tells me to watch a movie of some kind or read a book of some kind, I'll put that down on a corner right here randomly, and then I'll flip the page and like, so these days I'm finding basically any open page that's left. And then if that isn't, so look, so if there's something here and this hasn't been used yet, I'll like be like, okay, that's free. It's free real estate. And so I'll like do the notes here. So. Not sponsored. It says, speaking of royalty, Burger King has fried apple pies for a limited time. Why did I read that in a commercial voice? Thank you for reminding me. A lot of wrestlers enter the ring every couple minutes. Let's see. DCI said, going to conferences and events has landed me in a stack of notebooks and I'll never get through them. Can you guys give me some of your notebooks? I need a new notebook. Craftus says, you're still using notebooks. At this point, I'm not sure if I can handle writing anymore, but I had terrible handwriting to begin with. Oh, I have terrible handwriting too. No, literally, it's so bad I can't even read my own writing. It's like very cramped and very small, like, so, like, Craftus, are you ever, like, lazy with, like, oh my god, it takes so long to write things out, and you want to write it so fast that you just, and then you kind of, like, spiral it out, and, then your handwriting ends up being all squiggles. Like, I don't write in cursive. I write in whatever's the opposite of cursive. But it does kind of look like cursive because everything ties together. My E's are usually, it looks like a C. You can't even see the little, the little hole. My U's are sometimes like a little L. If this is barely legible. But if it works, it works, DCI said, most of the time now I only take notes for the sake of being seen to take notes. I don't ever refer back to them. Okay. When I got my master's, this is actually the notebook I use for my master's. I like to take physical notes because I don't like typing it out. I feel like writing something out with my hand helps put it to memory a lot better than just typing it. That's just the way my brain works. Like when I'm physically writing something, it's being transmitted to my brain. But also for like Chinese, so like I had my Chinese vocabulary, and like I need to learn how to write it by hand. But then again, once you know the pinyin system for Chinese, you almost never want to handwrite anything ever again. Like, you just use your... I mean, it's good to recognize the characters, but, like, it's hard to just do it from memory. I got all the samples. Oh my gosh, yay. I got the mycologist patch. Now I'm a real mycologist. Okay. I want to try the different hats now. I'd like to change my hat. Okay, let's see. Ooh, a brown sugar chai. I had that yesterday. It was good. this one's cute. Okay, wait. Okay, it's time to change our hat. I gotta look at all the options that we just created. Okay, that one's interesting. I don't like the cone shape. I like the flat ones. Oh, that one's not too bad. But I think my favorite one so far. So this one's my favorite, but I do want to try this new one. Yeah, okay. New hat. New hat. New hat. What? Toby, come here. Crafty says, I don't take notes to read them. I take them to remember what I was writing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do too. So. Okay, we are running around in circles, you guys. Let's actually focus. Focus. We need to focus on delivering. Oh, you know what? I do know where the turtle is. That's at the beginning. Let's head towards the beginning. Where's the beginning? I think it's down this way. Yeah. It's down this way. We give it to the turtle, who's kind of angry with us. Always running around. I know. Well, sometimes I just get so caught up in whatever I'm yapping about that I forget that I have a game to play and objectives. Okay. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Hey there, Shelbs. Oh, hi. I mean, I might have misgendered the turtle. Oops, sorry. Hello, turtle. You have a letter from Ham. Didn't think he was a fan. Oh, he isn't. What does it mean? What does he mean with, I must taste what you taste? What does that mean? I don't think I can explain that to you. Yeah, he's not the clearest. This is why wording things wording things is important. Basically, he's wanting to try people's favorite food combinations. Oh, okay. I was thinking something completely different, so I'm glad we clarified that. Okay, cake, but with what? I didn't mean it like that. As you may or may not... She's super condescending, by the way. As you may or may not know, you become a bit forgetful when you are a famous athlete, see? To keep my physique, I can only eat foods that make me go fast. Ergo, fast foods only. Does anybody ever use ergo in their communication? That means therefore, right? Ergo... this. Precisely. My favorite food combination is French fries dipped in pickle juice. Yeah, I've never used ergo before. That's a crazy word. Speechless. Are you by chance with child? Yeah, it's earth-shattering, not gonna lie. Here, I have some leftovers from last night. You can pass them along. Thanks, Shelby. I'll be sure to get this into that mouth of his. Okay. That's the idea, yes. Don't miss. I'll do my best. Bye-bye. Okay, and then now I need to talk to you again. I have a letter for you from Socks. Hey, this is my letter. Yeah, their message is mostly verbal. The gist of it was nothing matters. Oh shit. Okay. Nothing matters as much as passion and rest. That's it? No trick to it? They did mention something about sleeping on your left side. But it wouldn't work. Sleeping on your left side? I haven't heard that one before. I'll start tonight. Shelby, that's not the point. Tricks aren't gonna work. Oh, good night, DCI. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was nice to see you today. See you next time. Sweet dreams. If I can't find some kind of solution, then I'm gonna lose the race. No one will ever think I'm fast ever again. Then no one will remember me. Then I won't even be a Speedy Shelby marketable plushie. Okay. And I'll just be washed up and forgotten. Hey, that's a bit pessimistic, isn't it? There's still lots of time to find your stride. Maybe Daisy can help me. But I hate for her to see me so insecure. Could you give Daisy this letter for me? No one thought you were fast to begin with. Oof. Well, honestly, Shelby has been kind of mean to me this entire game, so sometimes you just gotta say what people need to hear. As blunt as it may be. Shelby seems extremely insecure. I'll never make it. Be right back. Trying not to spiral out. Oh yes, please try not to spiral out of control. Spirals, loops, laps, the race. Ah. How often do you guys have mental spirals? I would say I have one probably once a day. Probably once per day. Ruh-roh. Usually when I'm experiencing a mental spiral, there's not much other people can do to calm me down. Yeah, it's a daily event for me. I love the honesty, Eclecte. Yeah, it's... But... And what gets you out of it? What counts as a spiral? Okay, that's a good question, Ivan. Okay, maybe it's not every day for me, but it's multiple times per week. A spiral for me is usually characterized by I say something because the source of all my anxiety is social anxiety, how I interact with other people, and how I appear to other people when I interact with them. And so usually it's like I say something to somebody else, and they respond in a certain way. And it doesn't even involve the response really, but I then start to think about what I should have said, why I should have said it, how I came across, and then I pick apart every single thing, how I came across. It makes it even better that I have it all recorded, so I can go back and watch the recording of what I did. That's its own kind of self-torture. We're discovering new ways of self-torture. Going back in and watching my own VOD of where I feel like I fucked up. And then, like, thinking about it over and over and over again. And no matter what somebody else can say, it's not going to change how I feel about it. And it's usually thinking, like, this person's going to think this about me, and this is why this is important. It's because they're really special to me, and I want them to like me, and this and this and this, and the thoughts are just coming in, and there's almost no control over how they just keep, people use the term spiral to, like, represent spiraling out of control. It's basically a point where you're out of control of your thoughts. But yes, and Eclecte mentioned you can sometimes spiral on something for days and days at a time. Absolutely. So it can be something as quick as maybe it resolves within the hour, or it can be something that you hone in on it for a long period of time. Time or internal acceptance is how I get out of the spiral. Yeah. And usually I'm finding that it's only something self-initiated. Other people can't usually help me. Because usually what other people try and say is, stop thinking so much. Just don't think so much. Yes. I haven't thought of that before. Oh. Genius. Have you tried not thinking? I love that one. It's so funny. It can feel... It's almost like a miniature panic attack. I've had panic attacks before, and some people experience... And different people describe panic attacks in different ways. What I've experienced that I would say counts as a panic attack has only been perhaps once or twice. And it's usually when it's really serious, because I went to the emergency room for that one. I went to the emergency room. I was literally feeling heart palpitations. It felt like I was dying. I thought I was going to die. That's why we went to the emergency room. You start hyperventilating. You feel I felt my chest like constricting and like almost like imploding in itself. And I physically could not breathe. And nothing could console me. Nothing could calm me down. No matter how hard I tried to, like, it doesn't work. Okay. Show up to the ER. They think I'm having a heart attack. They thought I was having a heart attack, so they were doing all the, like, the tests and everything. They, like, injected me with the IV. They were, like, rolling me in. It was, like, super dramatic. If you've ever been to the emergency room, they make it a lot more dramatic than it needs to be, in my opinion. Mostly because if they're really worried, they have to act fast, and I get that. Doing the electrocardiogram or whatever. Anyway, so then they came back and they were like, so nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong with you. I'm like, what? I literally felt like I was going to pass away. I literally felt like something was physically wrong with my heart or my lungs. And I was like coughing, like, it was like involuntary diaphragm spasms. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced. And then they said nothing was wrong, and they sent me home. I think I was like really low in potassium. So they gave me like an IV potassium. And then I was on my way, and then I had an insane hospital bill, like so expensive. Oh, I'm sorry, Eclecta, you had a severe panic attack just last night. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. It's not a fun experience. Oh, and then the other time I had a severe panic attack was when I took an edible. And I will never be taking a weed edible ever again. Oh my god, I will never do that again. That one I actually vomited. I actually threw up. And that one I started developing tunnel vision, and everything felt like it was just imploding. Oh my god, that was literally the worst. Probably the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. Eclectic said, I've gone through this so often, it's truly scary. I was given a potassium drink. Does it have something to do with potassium? I know I'm forming probably inappropriate connections here, but like, why is potassium? Doesn't make any sense. I wonder if that actually does have a impact. I know a lot of things are self-generated, like mentally generated. So it's not, it can't just be reduced down to like, oh, it was this neurological event. But I wonder if potassium. Anyway, Ivan said, I'm no authority, of course, but I have not noticed anything on your stream that I think should induce anxiety on your part. Okay. Thank you. Your social skills are way better than mine. You were at your stage in life. You are entitled to your own choices of content and vibe. Thank you. Wow, that means a lot. Thank you. Especially coming from you, that means a lot. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna process that. Thank you. That's really nice of you to say. Eclectic said, I think it's because the ER can't run deep tests. So when potassium is low, they jump to that being the issue. Though it's not true. ER is only here for in-the-moment issues, which is why going to a primary doctor is best to get blood work done, to ensure the ER didn't miss something. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, ER is a lot about, like, triaging and being like, what's the issue here? And like, ruling out, like, it's all about, like, making sure that you're not dying, making sure that you will not pass away. And so when they find that it's probably not likely that you're going to pass away, then they're like, okay, now go see a doctor to figure out what's wrong with you. Because what we mostly care about is making sure you're not actively passing away. Well, I guess oh, we got his name spelled wrong. It was Swamp with an A, not an O. Who's it from? Is it, Intel? Of the secret variety? Ding, 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 we've got a winner. Irene wanted to give you a progress update. A sketch? From Kaz? How'd you get this? Intimidation? Threaten his shiny trinkets with some boom booms? Some kind words never hurt anyone. I'm like, no, I just talked to him. Is Kaz in need of some cheering? They're in luck, I'm his biggest fan. I don't know the first thing about art. I just know that his colors always make me feel a bit happy inside. They are very pretty. Like looking up at the twinkling stars. Oh, you talk just like them. Like a poem. I don't understand him half the time, but I should visit them again sometime. Matrick and QB. Oh my god. Welcome. Hello. How's it going? My friends. You guys. Today. Oh shoot, my question of the day is not pinned anymore. But a very nice quote is, today we're talking about arguing. Arguing. Great minus the blizzard. Ooh. You guys are getting a blizzard as well, Matrick? Oh yes, that makes sense. How are you faring? Did you end up having your power go out? And chaotic? And chaotic, everybody's here. Hello. Welcome, welcome. For like 2 weeks straight now. What? A blizzard for 2, okay, not a power outage, because I'm like, wait, how are you talking to me right now? A blizzard for 2 weeks straight. You guys. Okay, I know I talked about this yesterday, but like, I'm really, really jealous that you guys are getting so much snow and we aren't. Because Salt Lake has had the lowest snowfall that's ever been reported. And and not to get into, politics. However, our governor is currently saying this is the solution. This is the solution. To fill the Great Salt Lake again, all we have to do is pray. We're grateful to the faith communities across Utah who are coming together this week to pray for snow. With more than 90% of our state experiencing drought and snowpack well below normal, this is a moment for unity. I invite all Utahns to seek help from a higher power and do our part to conserve water. We are fucked, you guys. We are fucked. I'm sorry. This is by no means like a disrespect. I understand that higher powers are important. Religion is important. However, I do think, this is something I firmly believe in, there should be a separation of church and state. Is that a thing that happens in Utah? No. Church, state. So basically, people from Utah are called Utahns. Yeah, we are. Yeah, Utahns. So there's not even a semblance of a plan. There's not even a concept of a plan. Of a legislative action plan. So this is not only coming from the executive branch, but also the legislative branch. In the most recent legislative session, my husband, he gets to talk with a lot of members of not the legislature, the judicial branch, because he's a lawyer. So he's talking to a bunch of judges, and a lot of them actually share the same opinion. So let's all pray for water. Please pray for you guys. Please, can you please pray for me, because I do not want to have to leave the place where I live. There is toxic arsenic at the bottom of the Great Salt Lake, and I do not want to be exposed to it. Let us all pray, please. Wait, what's happening? So Matrick, the place where I live is currently going through a drought, and yes, we don't have water. So I live in a city called Salt Lake City, and the lake is drying up. And the problem with that is that at the bottom of the lake there's certain toxic chemicals such as arsenic that will be released into the air once it's exposed to the, And so that's a problem. We have had 0.1 inch of snowfall this entire season. And to put that into context, the graph is, oops, sorry. There was a graph really recently shared. I'm on r/Salt Lake City, by the way. People just barely shared the image. Oh, come on, where is it? No, there was a different one. Oh yeah, here it is. So, hey, this is how it matches it. We've had 0.1 inches since you even said that. How dare you say that? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, I'm so jealous, Matrick. Please, can you please give us some of your snow? Like, please, please, please. So, anyway, sorry. I had to involve that. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, that's nice of you, QB, to give a hug to Matrick. Let's all hug. Let's all hug And, yeah, you guys better get praying. You better get praying. Better get on that. Is this snow in Salt Lake City specifically or in the mountains? Shit. Good question. Okay, so here's a graph of the snowpack, and the snowpack is what is in the mountains. This is a difficult to read graph. However, look at this. Okay, so here's all the snowpack. Okay, so we got all these other years here. Look at 2026. I'm okay. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. Everything's fine. So snowpack water less than 5 inches, and that's what all this data is showing. Merc can try to read a graph. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I can't look. Look. The light blue means less than 5 inches, and here's all the time when it was less than 5 inches. And look, all the gray means no snowpack. So since oh, okay, well, to be fair, okay, you know what? You're right. I don't know how to read a graph because I forgot that we're still in January. Okay, well, let's just ignore that, shall we? We're gonna forget about that. Okay. Well, anyway, the light blue line is significantly smaller than these other light blue lines. And if you'll see here, there's this dark blue line that appears in most of these other areas. And this darker blue line only appears a tiny bit in 2026. Yes, I just realized that. Okay, sorry. Graphs. The one with the, so this one I was mentioning was, I'm not sure if it's, if this one's in the valley or if this is the snowpack. It's probably in the valley. But anyway. Look at that one. Wait, what? What one? I just deleted it. I just closed it again. Sorry. Arsenic water sounds scary. The years are picked on purpose to scare people. Okay. I'm gonna prove that I can look at things in a critical view. I'm just gonna say the reason why I'm biased is because I've been living here for a long time, and it genuinely has not snowed even once. And every single other year I've been here, it hasn't snowed. Okay, so let's look at a reputable source. All right, since that's what we're demanding, let's look at the official. Let's see. What's another data thing I can see? I guess I would have to go to Google Scholar, right? I don't know. Okay, here's this. Salt Lake City snow report. Snowpack levels across Salt Lake City are currently 61% of normal. Salt Lake City's annual average snowfall is 340 inches. So I realized that a lot of my evidence is anecdotal. And yes, that is fair that they did pick the specific data points to scare people. And that's, I know that. It's just, there was a different, I swear there's a different graph than this. That was a shitty graph. Here, okay. Look. I mean, I know they still did pick stuff. But like, look, this is the lowest winter snowfalls ever recorded. And so if you'll see here, 18, 18, 18, 18, and then we are 0.1. Again, I realize that there still is, usually it snows until probably April or so. So we do still have some time. It might just be delayed, but I like this graph better because it looks a little bit less cherry picking. But look, okay, isn't that year to date compared to seasonal totals? But it's looking like no major storms until early/middle February. I guess we won't know. We won't know until the season's over whether we're cooked or not. It just certainly feels like we're cooked right now. Let's see. Tweet says, so random, but I really want to go to a rave at some point. Me too. I think I would like to. Ivan said, my username is named after Neo Nightclub Chicago. Permanently closed! No! A dark concrete haunt with bar and dance floor pulses. Do they have any pictures? Oh my god. That looks awesome. Wow. Legendary Chicago club. I bet Ivan listened to Lords of Acid. It had been around for 36 years. No way. Oh man. I love the art on the outside. Wow, that's awesome. I also love the where misfits fit in. That looks so fun. You had to walk down a dark alley to get in. Was it kind of like this? Like you walk down here and then get in? That's interesting. Neo will rise again. Oh, man. That's awesome. That's it. That's cool. Thanks for sharing. Collective says, I have a few goth bars in my area that we go to here or there. I'm not really a bar person, but if I'm going, it has to be either nerdy or alternative. Yeah, Salt Lake does get, I mean, we don't get as much snow as like other areas in Utah, but we get, and then there are mountains, right? Our mountains, I mean, we're known as the greatest snow on earth, right? So, I mean, we don't even have anything like this in Salt Lake. We have, okay, the place that all the goths hang out. I know this is, let's see. This isn't necessarily where all the goths hang out, right? Punk and new wave scenes. Okay, so that's different. But we do have a, oh, what's it called? I can't remember, but if I find a picture, I'll make sure to send it. Very, 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 not much. Oh, there was this really cool, do you guys like going to speakeasies? Those are fun. It's like a nice, it's like a hidden little bar down below the regular bar. There's like a bar, and then there's the cool bar down below. I'm thinking of one in particular. I'm always like super drunk when we when we end up being there, and I honestly have no idea how we get in. We get shitty lake effect. You have lake effect? Wait, I was talking about a place called Lake Effect. What? Do we live in the same place? I was talking about a place called Lake Effect. Genuinely. It has a speed. Oh, Lake Effect Snow. That's great. That's a crazy coincidence, though. I was genuinely talking about, there's this, oh. Like it's kind of a trendy bar, but then if you go down the secret staircase, you can go to the speakeasy. You have a coffee shop speakeasy. Oh, now that's cool. Yeah, so it's got like the leather furniture, and like there's a lot of candles, and it's dark and moody and romantic, and Eclectic says, I'm a punk goth hybrid, so I mesh well with those places. Oh, that's so cool. And Ivan said they're usually non-judgmental dance floors too. And that's the kind of place you want to have. And if there's good music too. The place I usually go to, I like going to the gay bars. So there's this place called Milk Plus. They typically only play pop music though, which I'm like, eh. But really nice community, and nice vibes. And they have drag shows. So they have drag shows like 3 times per night, which is always fun. If you guys have ever seen a drag show, if you haven't yet, you should. They are so fun, especially, yeah. I love drag. I know, I love drag shows. Eclectic says, anytime I go to a gay bar, men hit on me. Like, mind your business. I'm here for the ladies. Like, dude, this is not the place. Wait, Eclectic, I thought the whole point of going to a gay bar was so that they would not hit on you. Oh, man. I blew all my cash on a drag show. Sounds about right. It's easy to just like, blow through all your cash. Men can't take. Some men can't. Some men just, I don't know. But yeah, and sometimes they have events outside too, which is really fun. I remember in like 2023 or something, they had Alyssa Edwards. Oh my god, that's amazing. Alyssa Edwards is iconic. I was like blown away. I was absolutely blown away by her stage presence. I love Alyssa. I know. I love Alyssa. Trixie Mattel was in town, and I was like secretly hoping Trixie Mattel would come, but she didn't. Damn. But then it was like so Alyssa Edwards I don't think was even on the advertisement. It felt like a special like secret performance. It's like, what? The entire place went absolutely like bonkers. We just like lost our freaking minds. We're like, Alyssa! I mean, most of us were like super drunk, so that makes it even better. No, this channel does not condone the over-imbibing of substances of any kind. But we have a Sunday drag brunch here in town. That happens every Sunday. That's my church. Nice. Okay, you guys, I think this is a great note to end on. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we streamed for so long today. I love it. I think we should let's figure out someone to raid. It's been fun, you guys. Thank you for being here. Let me see who do I want to raid. If you guys have any recommendations for who I should raid, feel free to let me know. I want to find someone new. Oh, thank you, QB. Thank you for being here. So nice to have you here. Jim Russ. Oh, Dom, your recommendations are always excellent. So I'm trusting you on this. Yeah. Let's see. What's he doing? He's doing Doomsday Clock, 85 seconds to midnight. Okay. Alien guy. All right. Do you want to know about aliens? Let's go find out about aliens. This will be interesting. Globus the Elder does AI streams. Ooh. Okay, I'll keep that for future reference. Sorry, I already made my decision, but I will keep that for the future reference. Okay, guys, let's go. Hurry before the ad starts. Okay, raid. Let's go learn about aliens. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, you guys. Yes, everyone have a good day. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Eclecte. Thank you, Tweet. Thank you, Dom and QB. Okay, bye-bye. Bye, Matrick.